Live and streaming, this is KSL News at 4.
Good afternoon. Sandy police investigating after a Muslim leader was the target of a shooting.
This all played out on a busy road, and investigators are committed to getting to the bottom of all of it. News specialist Andrew Adam is on the case this afternoon. Andrew?
Well, this is Imam Shuaib Dean of the Utah Islamic Center, who was targeted by this shooting. He escaped the gunfire, but a very scary ordeal that police are now investigating. Now, this unfolded in this area last night around 7:30. 700 West, 90th South. But the Imam tells KSL this started earlier with a car parked outside of his home. He says a family member spotted a white four-door sedan parked out on the street starting around 6 o'clock. According to the Imam, he drove past that car and a man got out and pointed a gun at him and possibly attempted to fire at him then. From there, the Imam says he called 911 as he left the area, but the gunman pulled up even with his car and fired 8 more shots at him. The Imam says eventually the shooter sped away. Police are now trying to get to the bottom of it all.
We are pursuing all available leads and working through any and all possible motives. That includes, but is definitely not limited to, possibility of a hate crime.
Sandy police say they're working with multiple agencies on this one, including the FBI. They're reviewing surveillance video in the area, and they're asking anyone with information in this case to contact them. To be clear, the vehicle we mentioned was a description that came from the Imam himself. Police have not yet circulated that. We are in Ramadan right now, which is the holiest month on the Muslim calendar. And so that is a concern for the Imam. Coming up on KSL-5 News at 6, you'll hear from him about this harrowing ordeal. For now, back to the studio.
All right, keep on it. We'll get back to you a little bit later. Andrew, thank you. Today, a key decision in the case again. All right, Shelby, thank you. He was shot at multiple times by an unknown gunman. And now, less than 24 hours later, a local Muslim leader is sharing his account of what happened.
News specialist Andrew Adams spoke to him and is live tonight in Sandy with his story. Andrew.
Well, Imam Shuaib Dean of the Utah Islamic Center says a family member believes they spotted this suspect vehicle out in the neighborhood up to an hour and a half prior to the shooting. Now, that shooting took place a little after 7:30 here in the area of 700 West and 90th South. Now, the Imam says he was not hit, but the guy fired off 8 shots at his car before ultimately taking off. According to the Imam, neighbors believe the guy was parked on his street again around 6 o'clock last night. When the Imam backed out and passed his white 4-door sedan, the gunman got out, pointed his gun at him, and apparently tried to shoot at him there, although it sounds like a bullet was not discharged at that point. The Imam says as he fled from that encounter, he called 911, and it was here near this intersection that the guy pulled up alongside him and started shooting.
Definitely, it seemed more like a targeted, attack, where he was waiting for me, and he knew my schedule. He knew my house where I lived. He knew the make and model of my car. I feel that it's it's unfortunate that it happened in Ramadan, because it's not only about my personal safety and the safety of my family members, but it's also my congregation and the mosque. Now they also feel vulnerable.
Sandy police are on the case, as are other agencies, we're told, including the FBI. They say they're reviewing whatever surveillance video sources they can find, and they're hoping somebody out there might have more information. This happened during the holy month of Ramadan, and so police say they're looking at all angles to this, including that it was a possible hate crime. Now, the Imam says there is heightened security at the mosque, and that preschool and kindergarten at the mosque were both canceled today. There is a heightened police presence in the neighborhood as investigators try to solve this one. Back to you.
All right, Andrew, scary situation. Thanks. The Utah County calm.
Sandy City's mayor responding after a local religious leader says that he was shot at last night. Police say somebody fired at Imam Shuaib Dean of the Utah Islamic Center while he was driving. Now, fortunately, he wasn't injured. The motive for the shooting is under investigation tonight, but officials are looking at it as a potential hate crime. Mayor Monica Zoltansky saying in a statement here, we cannot ignore that this occurred during the sacred month of Ramadan, a time of prayer, reflection, and peace for Muslims all around the world. That makes this especially unsettling for our community. United Jewish Federation of Utah calling the attack deeply alarming.
Here we go.
Okay, thanks, Kevin.
You bet.
Well, new video just into the newsroom shows a fire burning in Davis County. Fire officials tell us this is the same large mulch fire that sparked late last night in Woods Cross.
Yeah, it's been burning all day, just flared up again. At this point here, they do not know how long it's going to take to put out, saying it all depends on the winds. Crews will continue monitoring the fire to make sure it does not spread.
It is a great day. It is so much fun to be able to see these players interact with the kids. They're often going through a really hard time, and so it's so great for them to be able to take a break and just be a regular child.
A fun day in Utah County as the Utah Jazz players and the Jazz Bear made a special appearance today at Primary Children's Hospital in Lehigh.
This was the first time the Jazz visited the Lehigh campus. Players including Cody Williams and Keontae George spending time with the kids there, doing things like coloring, making friendship bracelets, and dancing with them. How fun.
Yeah, that is great. And that is a beautiful campus if you've ever been out to that hospital in Lehigh.
Look at the smiles on their faces.
It's incredible.
Yeah, really cool.
Hey, thanks for joining us this evening. Happening now, a mulch fire in Woods Cross continues to smolder after flaring back up this evening. The fire was first spotted about this time last night, and while crews have been knocking it down, the chief says heavy timber smoldering 20 feet down will cause it to flare back up. The city says the smoke and odor may persist in the area until the fire goes all the way out. Well, happening now in Sandy, police are looking for a person who shot at an Islamic religious leader while he was driving. Police just released a better image of the suspect vehicle. They say it appears to be a white Kia Optima. While the imam of the Utah Islamic Center was not injured in the shooting, officials are looking at this as a potential hate crime.
It definitely it seemed more like a targeted, attack, where he was waiting for me, and he knew my schedule. He knew my house where I lived.
This comes just a week after the beginning of the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. Police have added security around area mosques and Islamic centers. Today was day 2 of the